Hello and welcome for another day here on the Heroes Launch main channel, and we will see today the Epic Cup going live with the best teams from Division 5 and 4. And I'm not alone today because I'm joined by Aaron.
Hello.
The first game we see today is Team Moon against JustFriends. JustFriends, one of the two teams from Division 5 in here. The other 6 teams are from Division 4. So make sure to take a close look on them, as this other Division 5 team is Treehouse Gaming, which is they're playing against Simple Geometry and is currently starting on the second channel. So you can also check them out. The second game will also be casted by Artyom in Russian and by Beethoven in German. So if you prefer those languages, head over towards that channel. You can find the Twitch links on the Discord. And let us start with the maps.
So the map bans, the way they went was that, let me see who's actually banning first. So JustFriends ended up banning first. They banned Sky Temple. In response, Team Moon banned Battlefield of Eternity, followed by JustFriends banning Dragonshire, and following again after that was Volskaya banned, meaning JustFriends have picked the map Infernal Shrines.
Just need to turn you a bit louder.
Am I very quiet? I'm going to try and put my mic closer to my mouth and see if hopefully it's better. In short, the summary is we picked Infernal Shrines. That's exactly what's happening.
Yes, and for the next map we would still have left open Altrock Palace, Cursed Hollow, Towers of Doom, and Tomb of the Spider Queen. We're missing one person in the lobby and we're good to go.
I personally actually did a little bit of research on both Team Moon and JustFriends, and Team Moon, like, they actually have favorites. They have very, very distinct favorites. For example, Team Moon have picked Thrall and Junkrat and Johanna like 10, 11 times, and JustFriends have picked Hanzo, Garrosh, and Arthas 13 to 11 times. Like, these teams clearly have favorites, and I'm wondering what we're going to see actually in this match. On Infernal Shrines, I do expect a Hanzo pick, and I do expect a Junkrat pick as well.
Yeah. Does any of the teams played a lot of Alexstrasza?
I not in the top picks anyway, not that I noticed. But Alexstrasza is a very strong hero on this map, albeit with Ana being so extremely meta right now, you do not want to pick Alexstrasza into Ana because you will be getting absolutely zero heals with your W.
Also, one interesting stat is when we look at both teams and look at their map records, we see that both teams have 100% win rate on Altrock Palace.
Is it a couple of games though?
It is one game for JustFriends and 2 games for Team Moon, but Team Moon picked it themselves, so it was not picked against them. Okay, it seems like both teams are about to be ready, so we can start the first map.
Yes. Another note to actually point out about Infernal Shrines is that this is a favorite for not just one team, it's actually for both. Albeit Team Moon, this is definitely Team Moon's most favorite map. However, it is JustFriends, like, their second best map as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it out, because this is a good start for, we'll say, both teams.
Oh, what is happening?
Match has started.
There we go. Hey Warlock in the chat. Said Proxima also one of the players here. Hey Fizz. Oh yeah, we will start Infernal Shrines, as you said. Veda also here, the next caster, and is this a Junkrat? I really love Junkrat on this map. Just the AoE auto attacks and all his Q is so much run clear.
I'm a person, I don't really like Junkrat. I don't like playing against a Junkrat, and I don't like having a Junkrat on my team. He feels sometimes he feels like a hero that at the end of the day has pretty stats but didn't do much. Like, I know that's not true. If you're a good Junkrat, you obviously do a whole lot. But I guess my Storm League experience kind of just shows.
And there we go with the Hanzo ban, the target ban against JustFriends. So we hear
That
the
is-
most picked hero from them.
Yes, 13 picks behind. So about 53% win rate, still on the positive side. However, they might have not maybe leaned towards it, considering it wasn't one of their highest win rate heroes. And we do see in a new Barak ban, we do see Zeratul, and there's the Junkrat ban, which was a comfort pick for Team Moon Moon. A couple of respect bans, but a couple of standard bans as well. We see another comfort pick being picked up by Team Moon Moon. Johanna is their second highest picked hero, and she's a solid tank with high survivability. And after this minor tank changes, her trait, her D shields now at level 1 has just a huge buff.
Yes. And also, due to the Zeratul ban, we don't see any combos coming up with Zeratul, Ring of Frost, or Apocalypse, but still Diablo is open and Garish, but we see Jaina and Tirana being picked up now from JustFriends, so we still see maybe the Ring of Frost, also the Water Elemental could be coming in. Tirana also very nice to blow up one person, so is Jaina. So nice combo there from him. Now we also need a setup for this two burst heroes.
Mentioned it earlier about Anna and Alex. Anna is not being picked up by JustFriends, so this gives a great opportunity for Team Moon to either pick her up or to pick Alex, because there's no need to be afraid of an Anna on the enemy team. Oh, but we see Deckard, the old man, and Raynor being picked up. What a pairing.
Interesting. We also saw Deckard yesterday, played by Golden Catfish, who played against Potatoes, and Potatoes were the winner in the end of the Rare Cup.
Potatoes 007?
Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
Congratulations to them again. They also had a winners interview. We will see this later on today in the break between the grand finals and the last semi-final, if I remember correctly. Also, we see another Kel'Thuz's ban from JustFriends, so really strong hero on Infernal Shrines as well. With his good shrine clear, also he can just stick a bomb towards one of the shrine minions, and if any hero comes close, when it explodes, he will get the bomb on him. I
agree. At pretty much any level of play, spreading bombs is a real thing that can happen to anyone. So on Infernal Shrines, where you can just cast your bombs on the actual little minions, it is quite scary. Not minions, what are they called? Protectors? What are the little thingies on the shrine? Guardians, there we go. I speak English, guys, I swear.
We also see the Arthas being banned out now, so is this a comfort for JustFriends?
The Arthas, yes, the Arthas is JustFriends. It's their third most picked hero, but they played Arthas played Arthas 11 times and have a 91% win rate. They literally won 10 out of 11 games on Arthas, so that is a respect ban if I've ever seen one.
Well, talking about a lot heroes played a lot by JustFriends, we also see Garish picked up second most played hero from JustFriends. He's paired with the Thrall. Oh! Murky!
Did not expect that. We see an amazing Murky being drafted here. This is going to be one hell of a game. We all do enjoy ourselves a little bit of a Murloc.
Yes, and he's paired with Ming. So also going for resets, with Thrall being a bruiser, not the healthiest one, but with a nice regeneration of health, so his trade is very nice. There can be some blow-ups, like, even against him. Another burst here with Greyman coming in for JustFriends.
I personally don't like the Ming pick. The problem is on the Infernal Shrines, the best way just to counter Ming is to fight on the shrines. That way, a lot of her orbs and even her Qs just won't do a whole lot of damage in a team fight because, you know, they'll be hitting the Guardians instead. So that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's also always my problem with Ming, especially in Infernal Shrines or our maps, that there are too often minions in the way which block your shots. So we'll see how this works out, but the really interesting pick was the Murky for me.
Yes, definitely. The Murky pick definitely stands out here. It'll be fun, but it could be Thrall, it could be Greymane. I don't know the players individually that well, so I don't know who the solo laner is for JustFriends. So I'm expecting Thrall to be in the solo lane, but it could just as well be Greymane.
Yeah, it could be. Also, if we just take a look at the teams, we see Team Moon Moon, they have picked Murky 5 times and have 80% win rate with it, so they only lost one game.
Ooh.
They played it a bit. They played it even more than the Zeratul, for example, who has only 4 games. Yeah.
It's because Zeratul gets banned. What's the next best thing after Zeratul? The Murloc.
The mirror. Also, currently someone set up the betting. Thanks for this. So, exclamation mark bet A for if you think TMM will win this. Exclamation mark bet B if you think JustFriends will go for it. Who bets for the Murky? Who bets against him? We will see.
Don't bet against the Murloc, guys. Come on. We need to show Murky some support. The poor creator.
That's from in-game. When we have on the left side Team Moon starting with Jimeg on the Jaina, Proximo on the Murky, Linux on the Techert, Maladaril on the Dimming, Poppin' Fresh on the Reyna, Team Moon.
That's...
Okay.
I think you lagged out a little bit for me. I apologize for that. Did you introduce Team Moon there?
Yes.
Okay, apologies. Couldn't hear half of it. Okay, and just for JustFriends, we have Legoland on Garrosh, EMES on Jaina, Miss Kajar on Tarant, Manishman on Thrall, and Mana Junkie on Greymane.
We also see Hold Your Ground from Jaina at level 1, so pretty standard. Lady buff talent. And we see the Bright for Murky, a future deal.
Murky's going to have a hard time in the solo lane against Thrall because if that Thrall knows what he's doing, he is going to eliminate the pufferfish every single time. I think the only way Murky's going to get bribe stacks is when he's double soaking and trying to out-soak the Thrall in the late game, and there goes down Murky. Pity. Thrall is a very, very, very difficult matchup for Murky, I'll admit.
Yes. Just in general one of the offliners with more damage than the most of the others, so he's having an easier time punishing things like a Murky. Or a bad positioning from Zagara, for example. No.
The only good news is that the red team don't actually have anything like a Tracer who can stack quests, or an Alarak who gets sadism off Murky, you know.
Yeah.
There's a silver lining wherever you see it. Could be worse.
Siege camp is now about to be taken from both teams.
Yeah, this is pretty standard. Both teams are doing mid to bottom rotations with the solo lane on top. This is really, really standard play, even at higher levels. And the camps are taken on time. This is really good play by both teams.
Rotation still ongoing. Bottom camp is still left open, so are the Jabruza camps. Murky now rotated for his mid lane to get some stacks in for his fishy deal.
Yes, it looks like Murky is trying to do a bit of double soaking and clearing the camp while there's a 4v4 minor brawl in mid lane. Don't know if they're going to get much value out of it here. Garrosh trying to posture around, maybe get a Q and a throw on someone, but does not get anything as Greymane is forced into the mid lane to clear that camp.
Throw against Jaina. Jaina trying to get out. There's the Blizzard from Jaina coming in to slow her down, but Poppin' Fresh with the knockback, just making sure that no one follows her.
You know, absolutely, like, I'm pretty sure any other tank would have died there. But just because it's Johanna, she survives that so easily. She pops her D, she just walks out. There was a couple of Deckard potions on the way, and she walks out with like 3/4 of her health. What a tank.
She also is up CB bottom siege camp. It's about to be taken from JustFriends.
This is going to be good pressure. This is going to be really good pressure in the bot lane while the shrine is going to be contested on top. I don't know what the teams are going to do about this actually. Are they going to clear bot? Are they going to give up the shrine? They have a lot of things they can decide to do because early shrine isn't the end of the world. Lose the front wall, defend it easily, whatever the call is.
Jaina thrown again, but she just pops 30 and walks out again.
As every JoJo does.
Murky bot lane defending again. Jaina on her way to top lane, so we have all 5 people from JustFriends up here. And Murky is still in the bot lane.
Oof. Jojo gets thrown again, but she does pop her D and a good bit of damage is put on the Garrosh. Tyrann's level 1 is put on to him, Elune's chosen, which is why he will not be pressured too harshly. However, JustFriends are being taken off the shrines, despite it being a 5v4.
Diana not taking some damage, needs to pop her trade again. Gareth walking up, trying to go for them, but there's the knockback from the Rainer to make sure no one is too close for Gareth.
Really well played by the Rainer. The Rainer's doing his job, which is pressuring the Garrosh and peeling for his team basically with the knockback.
We see TMM going back in again. Cooldown should be on throw currently. From Garrosh. 2 seconds and it's up again, and we see the first Punisher going over towards JustFriends. In the meantime, we see Murky soaking mid and bot lane. He's getting some nice pressure in there.
Yes, and getting some of those Murloc stacks, the fishy stacks that we were on about earlier. With the double soak and without Thrall constantly pressuring him, it means he will be able to get those stacks. This should be an easy enough defense, however it is a frozen Punisher, and the last month or so the Guardians or the Punishers got upgraded, we'd say, the lesser ones anyway, and now the frozen Punisher actually freezes the forts, so it gets quite a strong bit of value, as we can see half the fort going down, not just the wall. Oh, run, Murky!
Is he trying to bribe it? No, he's not. He just gets currently 4 stacks of bribe, if you see in the bottom left. Him is about to be taken now from JustFriends.
Poor Murky. All he wanted to do was bribe before creating. Wow.
Murky is already respawned because it is Murky. Getting scattered out from Garrosh there. See, he wants to go for another invade.
He keeps trying to bribe. No one's letting him bribe. His egg is in a very risky position though. If anyone checks that camp, he could be in a spot of trouble. He should lay an egg somewhere differently soon. Otherwise, he could be in a lot of trouble.
Now we see the invade from JustFriends, but we also see Murky just getting double slogan between mid and top, mid and bot, and the other 4 members of Team Moon are in the meantime at the top lane pressuring it. Murky down now, as you said.
This doesn't seem like a good trade for Team Moon, as Murky is just not, despite him being, you know, a solo laner, he actually kind of lacks that strong wave clear, and he's forced to clear 2 camps in mid lane and 1 whole camp in bot lane with a push. And Thrall is doing such a fantastic job in the solo lane here. They've only managed to get the front wall in the top lane right now.
As we also see now in the bottom, the big pressure against the fort already with the minion wave and the camp coming in from JustFriends. We also have level 10 already being picked up for both teams, as we see up here in this integrated march of the Murlocs, Blood Shield and the Tornado for Deckard. The first fort goes down from JustFriends. They took the Warlord's Challenge, the Water Elemental, Shadow Stalk, Earthquake, and they go for the Throne, and now we see them rotating towards the top lane just to prevent this fort from falling as well.
Pretty standard ultimates by both teams. Absolutely nothing surprising or shocking. Albeit we do have to point out Murky going for March of the Murlocs. So it's not the stun and the slapping fish ultimate. He's taking a big march, so I'm expecting some big plays with flanking Murloc and throwing his ultimate and forcing the enemy team off the Infernal Shrines. That's what I'm expecting anyway.
Bruiser Camp not taken, scouted out by JustFriends, but a bit too late.
Yes, this is going to be interesting. This is probably going to be the first 5v5 moment for both teams, because last time Murky was just double soaking.
Sublime should go down if no one defends from the side of JustFriends, so that he will fall, a fort will fall. Jenna just walking in casually.
Oh, there goes a flanking Merchant Murlocs. Huge stun on the Garrosh, but he stops as Indomitable and tries to get away. Johanna is trying to do everything she can to keep him in place, but it is just not enough. And Ming gets shredded by Greymane as he casts his ultimate on both Ming and Murky. Jaina is in a spot of trouble against Johanna as well. This is just not going very well for Team Moon at all.
Does not look good. See if that will change later in the game, but currently this Punisher will go over towards JustFriends as they are in 35 Guardians.
I actually the other way of looking at it is that JustFriends did extremely well there. That was very good. Basically, a lot of stuff was used on Garish, and Garish popped his Indomitable. Tyrande used Loon's Chosen on him and protected him. So it was really well played by JustFriends. And unfortunately, they couldn't. Team Moon Moon couldn't get that big March of Murloc's value as much as they had hoped.
Now we see the jump on the Jaina. She's baiting him the Punisher over the wall, even baiting him towards the mid lane, but he turns around and says, no, I want to go to the bottom.
Very good job baiting it over, getting a couple of shots in on it, and this should be a pretty easy clear.
Spanish on 30%, Murky and Thrall in the top lane currently. Keep is on half health so far, and it looks like they want to go for it. Throw against Jaina, so she cannot engage, and they retreat for now.
They do. Blessed Shield is down, so they couldn't chase after that Jaina or Garish. Murky is just pushing top as much as possible. If he bribes that camp, Thrall could be... Woof. Thrall smelled something fishy and came to check up on that camp to make sure Murky didn't take it.
Bottom siege camp now taken from JustFriends, or is about to be taken, but they now retreat as they are getting scouted out by Team Moon when they decide to take it.
Team Moon Moon. Team Moon Moon. That's a great new name for them there. Team Moon Moon do pick up the bot camp. They're going to start pushing bot. If they take a fountain here, that'll be very good. Don't know if they'll be able to do much as Murky and Thrall do an infinite dance around that camp, where Thrall is guarding it and Murky's doing everything he can to possibly bribe it. Murky.
Greyman now on the top camp. And the bruisers.
This will be a good opportunity for Team Moon Moon to engage here at the bottom lane. And we do see possibly something. Ooh! A knockback and a Blessed Shield used to peel to make sure that Garish couldn't get a throw, and an isolated kill there. Very well played and very well protected by Team Moon Moon.
Yeah, now we see the top camp is taken from Greyman. Merc could not do anything against it, but he now needs to defend it. But in the meantime we have 4v3 in the favor of Team Moon Moon, and they're trying to push down this fort.
Yeah, that fort is quite low. Not low enough to int on it, we'll say, but definitely low enough to maybe make some pressured assault on it. I didn't notice this actually, but Johanna's level 7 is very interesting. She didn't take the well, not just the level 7, the level 4 and 7 both. She took Blessed Momentum and Sins Exposed. After the tanks got a change, Condemn got a small buff where you can reduce the cooldown of it. And on 7, usually what is taken is the Q quest. Even though it is almost impossible to actually complete the quest, it is still a worthy talent because the slow is so significant.
Indeed, and then we have now both teams hitting level 16. Garish with the flank, but they're able to do something as he's alone. Siege camp not taken, and we see again the siege from Team Moon Moon for the bot lane. Garish not coming in from the side, root from Deckard just to zone them away, and Team Moon Moon is getting out there.
Murky has started on the shrine in the mid lane. There is a camp in the mid that also needs to have some clearing. However, he's going to get about 10 guardians before the red team shows up. So the minute they do, the blue team just decide to push that bot lane instead, get that fort before rotating to the mid lane.
Also in the meantime we had a cruiser camp pushing in the top lane, which is just now being defended by Thrall, which took out the front wall of the keep. Now it looks like a engage here. Root coming in from Deckard, Hyperion as well, and Legoland not in a good spot, but he's getting those heals.
Yes, Loon's Chosen doing a lot of work for Garish as he does get away. Thrall does engage into the team fight a little bit late, but both teams get away with no kills. Even Murky didn't die, guys. Even Murky didn't die.
Now we see some damage dancing around now on the shrine. Thrall with the earthquake coming in, but he's dropping very low now. Grayman on the backline on the Reyna, and Smoke is also very low, and everyone's still alive somehow, but no, Reyna is first to fall and Joanna goes down as well, but there's a reset as Ming gets Miranda, and it's Jaina getting out, it looks like it. Approximately.
Oof, that could have gone either way, and to be honest, if the first death was actually on the side of the red team, I think Ming's resets could have popped off really nicely there, but it was just, the timing just wasn't there exactly. And yes, so the red team did lose the Guardian, the Punisher, but they did get better off kills, I guess. This should be an easier way to defend without Johanna and without Raynor pressuring them.
Well, as we currently see the Punisher again being baited over, so that Ford focuses on it. The rest of Team Moon goes for the wall and then retreats.
Okay, so now this is 3 forts down for the red team, while 2 are still up. However, there is a very low keep in the bottom lane there that could be sneezed on, almost sneezed on, and the red team will have some sort of keep pressure and a game-winning condition. JustFriends decide to posture around the bot camp, maybe bait here for some sort of trap, but decides to take it anyway. Garish, very good anchoring there by Garish. Legoland hoping to throw maybe a backliner possibly into his team, but they are forced to hearth back to defend against a big murky push in the top lane.
Yes, so we come there with a Bruiser Camp and a Catapult. Thrall already here to defend it. Merkina starts to be annoying towards this heap. In the meantime, we have here Nearly invade. Coming Lornado, nearly knocks back the Garrett, but nice use of Indomitable there.
Yes, and into the fray as well. Very well played by Garish. Oh, but a fort is taken down. Thrall was unable to defend the camp and a murky push. And Murky is probably going to actually get away as well. What a lad.
What? Yeah, Murky now gets rotated on by the rest of JustFriends and he's just running. There's the bubble and he gets away.
That egg though. I mean, look how confident that Murky is with where his egg is.
Yeah, we see the invader towards the Bruiser camp, but they're a bit too late again, JustFriends. Oxnard looking for a flank? No, that's not.
There's a top camp that needs to be cleared by JustFriends. Murky decides to go bot lane to get some clear and possibly get a couple of stacks. I don't know about his stacks. Is there any way for us to keep track of his stacks actually?
If you press on him, you should see them. The bottom left, I do at least. 4 stacks on bribes, so he has again all the stacks up. We see level 20 coming in for Team Moon, and we see the execute from Raynor Archon. From Li Ming, interesting. Pictuna Kahuna, sorry. From the Murky, and the Destructible, and the Bottomless Flask, of course, from Deckard. So even if Deckard goes down, they still have a healer of some kind with this Flask. Frogan's Janna. Looks like she's able to get out there. Yeah, she is. But we also got level 20 now for the side of JustFriends. With Titanic Might, the Winter Mute, so the Water Elemental, the strong form of it. She also casts her ability.
Oh, I didn't notice this earlier, but Greymane picked a really spicy 13. Usually you go for On the Prowl, which gives you movement speed. It allows you to dodge abilities, especially spells, against something like Li Ming. But he decided to go for Unfettered Assault. Which basically increases his range in Worgen form. Pretty interesting talent. Ming getting so much value with her level 20, but the huge taunter forces her to be blown up. Joanna's doing everything she can to keep every team stacked up on top of each other, but I don't think she's going to be able to walk away here alive as Deckard is being chased and pressured by Jaina. Thrall goes in as well. Murky comes in with a big March of the Murlocs, possibly getting a couple of kills for his team for a minor comeback. But oh, look how low the whole team is! But they do walk away. All of 5 of JustFriends survived that assault and are going to get this shrine.
Throw there against Proximo, and he goes down. Another kill for the side of JustFriends, but it's still murky. So it only counts a quarter of a kill.
This just shows that level 20 on Ming, despite it looking very flashy and pretty, it could be punished very easily. The Gyarados just came up and taunted her, and there was very little to nothing that she could do about it.
And we have an Arcane Punisher coming in the top lane for the side of JustFriends, but there's still the fort standing for Team Moon.
Murky's going to be putting a bit of core pressure here as Thrall is forced to defend, and JustFriends are deciding to get the mid camp instead, and I'm guessing they're going to go bot, and they're going to actually get the keep instead of anything top, basically.
Red team's core is under attack.
Both the red team and blue team are just posturing a little bit in the bottom lane. Not sure what they're going to do. They were trying to get some value here, but the blue team decided to actually defend their keep instead of defending the Punisher, which didn't get the top fort and actually went on to the keep. It did get the wall, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go down. Without the keep or fort falling. This was a really good call by Team Moon. Murky put a lot of pressure on Thrall, forcing him to stay back. However, he could be DEA dead here.
He's chased by Grayman currently and Thrall. But he's just stolen a lot of time.
I was going to say I had a minor panic attack. I thought I misspelled dead. But even very embarrassing. There he goes, Murky. 300 HP. You can do it. Run, Murky. He actually gets away.
He's just stole so much time for Thrall and Greymane. That's... I don't know. Oh, there his egg goes down.
This is level 22 versus 22. It's pretty intense. Basically, the next team fight wins the game is the way I see it. If there's a big team fight and there's a wipeout, it's just GG.
Yeah,
so,
JustFriends can just walk through bot lane, or even top if they just take... No, they need to walk through bot lane. Because if you take the keep down, but the fort is still standing, you can still not hit the core, it's still invulnerable.
The red team is trying to get a gank or something going here. They want to win. The minute they get 1 or 2 kills, they can just rush down bot lane and end the game.
Murky taking the bruiser camp again to give even more pressure again on the top lane.
This is forcing the red team to rotate and defend this. They cannot allow Murky, because Murky will end the game with a camp and just himself on his own, even if he has to pop his ultimate to do so.
Getting caught by Garage Sun, but there he's able to use his E. Get away there. I mean, it's still a Murky, so if you kill him, it does not matter too much.
He did take Big Tuna Kahuna, however, so that means that his respawn time is shortened. You do get value of killing Murky in a team fight, because it forces him not to be there for a good little bit.
In a team fight, yes, but in those just laning phases of the game where you just rotate and get some experience in, make sure the lanes are not pushed out too far. Doesn't really matter if the Murky dies due to his low death timer. Both teams just hovering around, getting experience and waiting for something to happen on the map. It's currently only the siege camp is up on the side of Team Moon. Will be taken soon, but on the other hand, we also have the shrine should be coming up soon as well.
Yes, it's taken a very long time for this shrine to actually spawn. Saying that it has spawned now, but it did feel like an eternity there, that there's just not a whole lot going on. Well, this is it. I mean, I think this is definitely a strong GG moment as we see Murky in the bot lane, all of the red team together. They could possibly look for an engage here while it's a 4v5. Garish posturing around, seeing if he can get a throw here or there.
Shrine started already. JustFriends in the lead by 15 minions. Or Guardians.
We do see Murky pushing the bot lane instead. So this is a 4v5. The blue team must be careful and not get caught out.
Also see the bottomless flask coming up here. So Jaina can just take any poke she wants, and she's still getting a lot of healing, even though that card does not need to use a lot of mana for it. Needed to mention also that we have in the top lane 2 catapults already, even a third now coming towards them, pushing towards the core. In the bot lane we have also a catapult now coming for the keep.
Yes,
and the Punisher in the mid lane still needs to take out the fort and the keep.
This was a very interesting call by Team Moon. This could end up in a pure race as we see Murky trying to protect the catapults but unable to do so. However, there is going to be catapults soon in the bot lane. Oh! This is a really good defense for Team Moon as they do kill Garrosh in the 4v5, well 4v4 apologies. This is going to be an easy clear for a Punisher for them and they're still in the game. However, Murky is actually getting percentage damage on the core.
So now he's trying to run this. Thrall really wants him now. It's just delaying so much time again for his team so they can easily defend the Punisher and maybe even go for the bot lane, and it looks like they're trying to do something here now. The siege camp is up in the mid bottom and top the bruiser camp. They're rotating for it now, but we also see JustFriends on it. And they will be fast enough to take it.
I did say that last team fight was going to be a GG moment, but this could possibly be one as Johanna is on 3 heroes. If she uses Blessed Shield, that's up in 1 second. She could get a lot of value, but Raymane shreds her before she could do so. Oh my days. This is a very bad moment for Team Moon. Murky popping his ultimate, trying to get a Tron kill before he dies. Jaina survives by using Ice Plug and chases down the Deckard with Thrall, and Ming gets away with just a couple of HP. This is a possibly GG moment, and GG for JustFriends if they just rush core now.
Possibly, yes. The only problem could be if Ming is on the core and gets a reset on defending the core. It could be also GG for Team Moon. If they just get a team wipe there.
Yes, it's always scary to do a boss core call when the team if the enemy team has a couple of heroes alive, specifically if it's the DPS. If it's the DPS that are alive, it is quite a scary moment, but they do everything they can to try and get this core down.
Legoland looking for the engage against Ming, getting the taunt. Ming goes down. Hyperion coming in as well now from Rainer. Garrosh taking a lot of damage, but we see Crane and Thrall just hitting the core. Garrosh goes down as well, but the Ming is not here anymore, so the core will fall as she does not able to get resets and finish off the team of JustFriends.
Gee, what a close game. It was so back and forth. Very close game, and just like I said, just one team fight towards the end is going to decide the fate of the winning team, I guess. Well played, GG.
Team in red, JustFriends, got this map. Very close game. 27 minutes. Whew.
I guess even if this game ends with 2-0, we will not be having a winner's interview, unfortunately, with these long games.
Maybe. Rip point. Yeah. But we could also just take a short look at those stats from Murky, for example, with 37,000 experience.
Oh my
10,000 more than Thrall, or his siege with nearly 300,000 siege damage. It's insane.
Yes, and look at Murky's hero damage as well. He had higher than Ming. He had almost as much as Raynor. I mean, he definitely did a good bit of damage in team fights. Although, you could say that most of his damage came from solo laning, brawling with Thrall, but still, as you can see, Thrall's damage was insanely high, and it definitely did come out from pressuring Murky constantly in the solo lane. Now, Team Moon Moon have decided to go for first pick, which means that Just Friends are going to be picking a map. They're taking some time to decide.
Ooh, it is.
Oh, Altrek. Altrek pass is being picked up. I was just going to check my my little notes. I was going to say what is their other favorite maps. BOE was their other favorite map, and Volskaya, but both maps were actually banned.
Yes.
Team Moon Moon did their research and banned their other two favorite maps.
Yeah, if this goes to a third map, this best of 3 series, we would have only left open Cursed Hollow, Tomb of Spider Queen, and Towers of Doom. So
I personally absolutely love Towers of Doom, but I don't know if it's picked up very much. We'll say at yeah, I mean Towers of Doom is picked quite often at higher level, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken. It's a nice map to play with comebacks. Ultric Pass, this is a new map in our rotation, in Heroes Lounge. It's the newest map that exists in Heroes of the Storm. There's a few kinks to it in the sense that a few people would definitely say that it's a little unfair, it's a little unbalanced, that the objective is too strong, so that if you start losing the objective early game, you're behind quite a lot. Same argument can be made for other maps though, like Tomb of the Spider Queen and Cursed Hollow. So I don't see too much of a difference. It's a very interesting map with two objectives. Basically a channeling kind of idea with some protected guardians that you have to be able to defeat and keep the channel going. And then you get these 3, what are they called?
Raiders?
Raiders, yes, that come in and they push the lanes, a bit similar to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yes.
And they do a lot. They do a lot of damage, but the best part about it is that they buff the heroes that are within its range. They give them bonus attack.
Interesting, as I talked to a lot of people about Ultrac Palace and Garden of Terror as they got into the map, is a lot of people think the catapult replacement, the super minions running down the lanes, are kind of too strong, as they're very high health pool, tanking a lot, so they can really murder you if they stack up on the lane and then just go towards the keep.
It is a core that's protected very strangely, and in my opinion, you cannot end the game. It is so risky to end the game when there's only one keep down.
Because if you don't finish it, it will just regenerate again.
Yes, it will regenerate, but it is just scary because the armor on the core is insane. You really do need to get 2 keeps down. Well, that's my opinion anyways. We'll see how the teams decide to play this map and how they rotate and shock all it.
And just before we just start into the map draft, keep in mind that the sign-ups are open for Season 10, so if you're a single person, you want to try out the amateur scene, just sign up as a free agent, then you get a team. You can also sign up with a team of less than 5 people, then you get filled up with free agents, and if you have a team between 5 and 9 people, just sign up and you will be placed in the divisions according to your Hotlux MMR. Starting with this draft, we see the Garrosh being banned out from Team Moon Moon.
Oof, a nice respect ban there. Based on last game, they struggled to deal with that Garrosh, and they do ban a Nubarak as well. Zeratul being banned out by JustFriends, which was what they banned last game, and Junkrat as well. Very similar bans from last game, just the Garrosh being changed. And we'll see a first pick here from Team Moon Moon and see what they want to prioritize.
Yes, also we see again Junkrat, Zeratul, and Nubarak bans, so pretty similar bans to last game. And this means Diablo is left open. Okay on this map. But we go again with the Janna for Team Moon Moon, really the comfort tank.
In my opinion, Johanna is the type of tank that you can't go wrong with. I mean, she does a little bit of everything. She doesn't do anything too badly, and not anything too great either. I mean, she doesn't do the best amount of peeling. She doesn't do the best amount of engaging, but she's solid. So I do like that kind of prioritizing.
The only thing she's doing very good compared to other tanks is the wave clear.
That's definitely true. She does have really good wave clear in comparison to other tanks. the other one who competes with her is Blaze. But if you're drafting Blaze as main tank, that's already spicy.
Ooh, hot and spiciest places with his fire, but now we have Hanzo and Tyrande picked up for JustFriends. So again with the Tyrande, with the armor reduce, with the standard follow-up and everything. Hanzo this time, nice poke, also Strength's Arrow could be used for great engages.
We do see Jaina and Deckard being picked up. We could be seeing some nice wombo combo here with Sleep and Ring. If you coordinate with your teammates and scream, don't wake them up. Because, of course, as anyone ever knows, when you do land a really nice sleep, absolutely every hero has to auto-attack them. Even if you're not an auto-attacker, you have to wake them up. That is your job.
Don't let them sleep, they will miss the match. They will miss the game. Now Reyna being banned out from the side of JustFriends. So Reyna really a strong combination with Jaina. It's very understandable as ace in the hole. Dealing 15% increased damage against slowed heroes. And Jaina has some slows, so has Deckard. Jaina of course as well with the level 7 talent. If she goes for it.
We're going to be seeing a ban here from Team Moon Moon. I wonder if they're going to pull out a respect ban. They do ban the Arthas. Now, we didn't see Arthas last game, but it was banned out in the third rotation as well. Possibly a minor respect ban. Again, like I said, they had a 91% win rate with 10 out of 11 wins. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, 10 wins out of 11 games. I mean, I wish my Diablo had stats like that. I could walk around proud with stats like that.
Yeah, really. Not losing a single game out of 11. Well, we'll see Diablo now, as you mentioned.
Diablo
not
is
your
a very
own.
scary tank. Yes, very scary tank to deal with. But I would make the argument that this is not a great Diablo map at all.
Yeah, especially the combo of JustFriends so far, especially with the Brawl together, Earthquake can be a soft setup for Apocalypse. But also we have the Hanzo with the Dragon Arrow coming in with the 2 seconds stun and the APOC as a follow-up. This could be crucial.
Could be, but Lightning Breath is always a solid pick. You can never go wrong with Lightning Breath. Problem with APOC is if the enemy team, for example, Jojo sees the APOC, she will land her stun to make sure that Diablo doesn't get the combo off. So, you do have to be careful a little bit and consider what the enemy team has.
We talked before a bit about Spicy and Wave Clear, and then we have the Blaze we also have talked about. She's paired with the Jaina on the side of Team Moon Moon and the Genji. Nice setup from Team Moon Moon, I have to say. And Falstad will be the last pick for the side of JustFriends.
Very squishy team on the side of JustFriends. However, there's pros and cons for both teams. The pro is that Team Moon Moon have really nice wave clear. The pro for JustFriends is that they have Falstad, they have global pressure. However, Genji is going to be able to pressure Tyrande, Hanzo, and Falstad so much because they're so squishy. Counter to that, the enemy team have a Diablo. That is going to pressure Genji so much because there's absolutely no way he's going to be able to dodge a charge. If he gets a wall stun with a flip, that Tyrande follow-up, that Genji's just gone. Goodbye, Genji.
Yeah, it will be really scary laning phase for the Falstad, especially with the Genji rotating around. Also, Thrall is not the best hero for this, even though if he drops low, he can just heal himself up again with his trade on the wave. Yeah, with very short loading times today. As we start on the left side with Team Moon Moon, with Yimek on the Jaina, Maldariel on the Jaina, Proximo on the offline. This time not the Murky, sadly, but we have the Blaze instead, so it's also spicy. Popping Fresh on the Genji, last but not least with Linux, again on this Deckard.
And on the side of JustFriends, we have Lagland on Diablo, Manishman on Thrall, Miskajar on Tyrande, Mana Junkie on Hanzo, and EMES on Falstad.
JustFriends trying to finish the second game to win the series, get ahead to play against the against the winner of the current match on the second channel, either Team Simple Geometry or Treehouse Gaming.
Just looking through the talents, pretty standard. Swift as a wind. I'm guessing this is going to be a E-build. I think it's E-build on Genji. That's Swift. We see a brawl, we'll say. A 5v5 minor brawl going on here. couple of stacks for Jaina, a couple of souls here and there for Diablo. Jaina going for Fingers of Frost, pretty standard. Q quest on Hanzo, Bribe on Falstead, Soul Shield on Diablo. Very standard picks here. This nothing surprising here at all. They do try to do a rotation between mid and bot here. Mod. This is the new word, guys. It means mid and bot.
Mod.
I'm a
Keep in mind.
revolutionary. Mod. That's the new word for it. However, the blue team are winning the wave clear simply because they have a Johanna who pulls the wave in and Jaina who pops her spells on top of the wave. Jaina Deckard rotating straight away to do the camp. Same Tron with Hanzo. This is very standard play on Altruic Pass. Very well played by both teams. However, they do need to get to the soak in the mid lane really quickly, either Genji or Johanna.
No, they let players do it. Those rotationers coming in just to make sure they don't lose any experience. Will he lose them in the top? I think he will lose 1 minute.
I strongly disagree with double rotations on rotations on this map, simply because you do lose a minion or two here and there because the laning is so far apart. Thrall is so much trouble as Genji does everything he can to get a kill, but I think he gets away. Genji isn't going to do the inting swift strike in there to get the reset.
Why not?
Very disappointed. I was expecting some mad plays there.
Maybe it's just mostly too big for rotation, as you said. So I personally feel very comfortable with having 2 soul laners on this map, for example, like a Falstad as we have from JustFriends, or if we're all in the second assassin role, could also be working. Just some heroes who can hold the lane on their own, very nice.
See the same talents being picked up by Johanna. Falstad is going for static shielded for. This is going to be a W build Falstad, which means that he's just going to pop his W, keep in range of, you know, whatever hero he's on to ensure that he gets his shields and he gets his bonus damage off. Lunar Blaze, Frostwolf Pack, really standard picks here. Diablo Souls to claim this is something I pick as well. Very standard talents here all around.
It's interesting to see the Frostwolf Pack from Thrall, to be fair. As it is not so easy to complete from time to time, but if you complete it, it's very nice.
Oof. Speaking about Thrall, oh my days, this is a dead Thrall. Oh! Unless no, oh my days, he actually gets away. What a lad. Like, what an actual lad. I cannot believe he got away. This is so good for the blue team because it looked like they were in a spot of trouble. The red team is... Oh wow, it looked like the red team were actually about to be blown up. I lied, Tarant is being focused on and I don't think she's going to get away. Diablo's forced to pop Soul Shield as Falstad takes the camp. Silently and quietly, hoping to get it without being noticed too much.
Yes. Also interesting, the W build from Falstad needs to be mentioned, as it is just a better one against Genji because of the shield, especially on the 4 shield. You're not so squishy, so you can survive Genji ganks easily.
Chat saying that Mana Tide is OP. Frostwolf Pack is more standard, but sorry, not saying that it's standard. I think Frostwolf Pack is more standard, but I could be wrong. I do see, oof, Diablo being focused on, and I don't think he can pop his Soul Shield in time as he takes just tower shots. His Soul Shield is popped. Tyrande is doing everything she can to heal him. Hanzo even tanking all the damage to keep the Diablo alive, and I think he actually gets away.
Yes, he does. Well, as offlaner myself, I need to say I prefer Mana Tide mostly, especially in combination with level 1 talent. Oh, but wait, there's a nice stun coming in from Blaze, but Hans is able to use his agility to get away. But Thrall getting rooted. Oh, he gets away! Now the counter damage. Genji for the int! No, it's not anything, he's staying alive.
Genji didn't int hard enough. I'm really disappointed in this Genji. Just had to int so much more for that. Really well played by both teams. A couple of brawls here and there, and it looked like so many close things happen on both sides. But really well played. You can tell that these two teams are, you know, quite close to each other. This is definitely a close game.
It is. The root coming out. Frostful Pack already completed. So it's cool. And
Once
just
that
mana
quest
cost.
is completed, it is really good. I don't think it's a hard quest to complete as well. I mean, if you're in not Diablo, sorry, if you're in Johanna's face, 6 stacks easy, but you know. You never
Diablo
know.
flying coming in for the bot lane here. No, decides against it.
Yes, he does decide against it. I guess he didn't see Genji, but Genji did rotate mid lane. This is a 3v3. No, Diablo comes back. He's going to make it a 4v3 possibly. No, he decides to go back to mid lane. A couple of minds changing here. Popping Fresh getting a bit of soak value here. But they do end up defending this in the mid lane and bot lane. Thrall could be in a spot of trouble here as he doesn't know that there's 3 people against him. However,
There's the
Johanna is like,
Genji coming in
not
for the
to
false start. Oh, do we have the shield coming in? No, it's not enough. But they're now trapped behind this fort and we have 3 people coming in for the side of JustFriends, and they just take out the Genji, and now Proximo is slowed by the keep. Slowing his opponents down, but does not unmount them. Now he did unmount them, he has no mana left. Up there's the Deckard with Druid. Send his opponents away.
Genji is isn't getting that much value with going in there and trying to get kills. I'm really disappointed. The Genji should have a lot more deaths by now. That's what you're supposed to do with Genji, right? Or am I playing Genji all wrong? I swear I thought. Like I'm speaking as a complete Genji main, by the way. Just kidding. I think I'm level 2. Anyways, we have ultimates being picked up by both teams. We do not have bunker. We have combustion. I absolutely love it. We have a X strike by Genji, very standard. Tornado not asleep with the ring combo, by the way. We have APOC, Earthquake, Shadowstalk, Dragon's Arrow, and Mighty Gust. This could be some epic synergy on the side of the red team, or epic anti-synergy, and I'm really excited to see what happens. Of course, me being me and loving chaos, I wish there will be anti-synergy.
We see currently a gang for the place on top when he charges away, but Diablo coming in, but they are unstoppable. From his one tone there, he's slowing everyone. Dragon Arrow misses as the Gust comes in, but they still get the kill. But they use 2 ultimates for it.
That is a big commitment to kill Blaze, but they do kill him. However, combustion is down, so it is a trade of a little bit of ultimates, albeit for a bit more for the blue side, but it is a kill and a little bit of extra soak for the red team, which means they will be able to get 13 sooner. This is something that they could take advantage of while Falstad is pushing the top lane.
Time for some action. Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the horde.
To come back towards the Frostwolf pack. Oh wait, there is a small jump on Thrall, but I will retreat again. Just to get back towards this Frostwolf pack on Monotide discussion. I still prefer Monotide even with the Alpha Wolf on level 16. As I basically always go Alpha Wolf, in my opinion. Tower 16 is just forces you to misplace, especially with Echo of the Element, as you often want to use both of your Qs on one target to get more damage in.
Team Moonman are getting the channel going here. However, the 13 isn't too far for the red team, but they do need to stop this channel going. We do see a Foster possibly flanking to do some epic Gust plays. Not sure exactly. They're just posturing around, trying to get a play here, trying to get an opening. Thrall going into the backline, pops his ultimate. Earthquake goes in. Dragon Arrow, Genji strike. Thrall gets blown up, but so does Jaina. There's so much pressure on the backline with Foster. Johanna goes in to peel, and Genji is trying to get some popping off done, but Gust is there to peel for himself, and Blaze falls down.
Popping Fresh. Stun, pull over, but there's a swift strike out. 2 for 1 kills in the end in favor of JustFriends. Ooh.
Very intense fight there. A little bit more to the favor of the red team. However, Falstad and no, Thrall had died, but Falstad was very low and was forced to hearth back. The red team does not get the channel going, so they instead decide to back off and possibly get the camp. I'm expecting Falstad to do some bribing here.
He bribed one of the minions, but now we see the 5 men from Team Moon trying to go for the camp. Interrupt with the owl, but this will not be enough in a long time as Linux is able to channel it through and will be getting this next objective. Now we see the small fight. Foster in the back with the Gust. Ring of Frost coming in. Genji is the first one to fall, and Jaina is the next one. This is just JustFriends again killing people as China also got standard streak kills, and Linux is not a good spot as the Wolf comes in and they're able to finish Deckard off as well. Well played by JustFriends.
Yeah. Very, very well played. Very good defense. That Diablo's ability to survive a 5v1, by the way, can I just point out, was amazing. This is the value of Soul Shield against magic abilities. So very well played there by Diablo. And this is going to be an easy defense for JustFriends with basically all of blue team dead and the camp mushing in mid lane. This is handy for them.
Yes, it is. But still, the problem does still exist. JustFriends, even though they win their fights and they currently have a 2-level lead, they do not get the objectives and do not get a push in the lanes. So if they do not get a push in the lanes, they cannot go towards the core and finish it. But watch out for Proxima in the mid lane being pulled over by Diablo, but there's unstoppable again from his level 1 talent. Now they go for him and he will go down here.
Can I just point out Mana Junkie actually hit all of his 5 scatter shots? That is very well done. I mean, I think that's the most difficult thing to do on Hanzo, is to be able to actually hit all your 5 scatter shots in one go. Speaking about Hanzo, his quest, who is the one hero he's left to hit?
Let me surely check. Well, it doesn't tell me either.
Yeah, it doesn't tell. No, that's unfortunate. It actually doesn't tell me what's the one hero he's left to do to be able to complete his quest. Unfortunate.
Maybe Blaze, maybe Deckard, I guess. One of those two. As Blaze is very often not with the team.
Do see the red team in the bot lane trying to get a bit of value here, pushing it in. Look at the talent advantage, not talent advantage, level advantage to whole levels, and they will have a talent advantage now as well. This is the value of losing the objective but actually winning the team fights and being able to get a free defense and free soak. So very well played by JustFriends despite losing the objective.
Oh, engage against Blazer, he's popping unstoppable. What's doing here false now here as well. Only one missing is Jaina as she's in the top lane. Pushing in, trying to go for the forward. Proxima dropping very low, but he's still getting out. It's a lot of ultimates used here. Shadow Stalk, Dragon's Arrow, Apocalypse, Ring of Frost, Tornado, Anti-Combustion.
I would also like to point out that Jaina did some mad peeling there with the ring. I think she hit a 4-man ring there and protected absolutely everyone. Despite not doing a whole lot of damage, she just protected and saved everyone there. So it's very well done. We do see the red team taking this boss. This is some risky play. Positive needs to fly down here to prepare some epic gust play, honestly. Do see Diablo charging in, get a double wall bang on that Jaina, but Poppin' Fresh is in the backline trying to do a bit of damage. However, Foster does fly in. There's going to be a huge gust as he pushes everyone away. However, Blaze does manage to stand on point, and oh, the amount of damage going back and forth here.
It's going down. Everyone falling. That's a team wipe for JustFriends. Ooh! By the way, the one missing was the Deckard, as we saw him hitting Deckard and then he finished the quest.
Oof, that was rough. Like, Jaina dying so quickly there, getting a double wall bang there by Diablo. Oof, that wasn't pleasant at all. But that is a team wipe, and this means that the red team get a free channel. They get possibly a really nice keep wall down here. Don't know if they'll get keep. The blue team will be back in time to defend, or attempt some sort of defense here anyway.
Yeah, the opening from Diablo there with the, how we call it, sandwich with the double sun against the Jaina. Disgusting, the damage of it. It's just blowing up one person. He did not even have his quest finished yet. But he will soon. He misses 2 stacks and then he's on maximum damage for his kills done.
Good boy, Diablo. The boss is being left alone as it will fall to the keep. I don't think the keep will fall to it. Oh, I could be lying there. There is a bit of a minion push. However, the red team posture around to defend this. Blue team do need 16 to get a possible good engage here. All the ultimates almost up with Thrall just 3 seconds away.
You see Diablo again waiting on this side, just going for an engage. There he goes again for the Jaina. Jaina dropping very low and she's going down first. Extra got used, so is the Earthquake, Apocalypse, and the engage as well. Gust coming out to stun a bit. And Proxima dropping very low on the place. Root coming in and Proxima is falling. Poppin' Fresh now trying to run away, but there's the barrel roll from Falster just to secure the kill. The stun of Tyrande nearly misses there, but it's still enough to get the Genji down.
Wow. Very well played there. The Diablo is doing work. I'll admit, pulling off the Diablo combo, the APOC combo is pretty impressive. And you know, very well done. So it's definitely something that's getting value. I also didn't realize. Oh no, I made a mistake. At first, I thought Decker took the stun on auto attacks, and I got really excited there, but it actually wasn't. I thought that would have been really good, really funny. We do see a boss and a objective pushing top lane. This is going to be a very big push up here.
Will be.
It could be GG moment, especially if they get the bottom keep as well. Look how low that bottom keep is.
Diablo the better Genji confirmed in terms of blowing up a Jaina in this game, yes.
Yes.
Lagoman just currently delivering with those blow-ups against Jaina. And we see this push coming in the bottom also, the keep nearly down. But there's the rider still a bit away. 1 minute wave in the way as well.
If Diablo truly wanted to be a DPS, his level 7 needs to change. He needs to take Malevolence so that he can slap them to death as well. This is going to be a 5-man defense and a 5-man push. We're going to possibly see some sort of heavy engage. Thrall popping a little bit low with the pressure from Genji. No heavy engage here committed by either teams, with just Larnada being used to peel. Deckard is in the spot of trouble as Diablo flips him over and gets blown up. Johanna is in... Well, Thrall, apologies, is in so much trouble. Balloon's Chosen is just keeping him alive. Falstead used Gust to ensure that Genji kill. Well done. This is 2 keeps down. This is GG, but they decide to change Chase Blaze, who managed to spray before his death. Oh wow, what a game.
SCG for a second time!
Well done, well done. That game was a little bit shorter, not the 27 minutes that we had the first game, but I guess the objective is very strong on this map. If you look at stats, Blaze on the blue team had actually the highest damage for his team. Jaina was just not able to get much damage in, and on top of that couldn't get her ice block, and I think that's why she was just being blown up. She couldn't get her ice block off. Well, not off, she didn't have the quest completed, so she had no way of protecting herself from that double wall bang from Diablo. So very unfortunate that she couldn't complete the quest and do something about it. But on the other hand, absolutely well played by Diablo. The Falstad had some great gusts as well. Tron absolutely saving so many people with the Loon's Chosen in the first game and the second game. Very good series overall.
If we just look now at the second game, who would have the MVP in your opinion?
Oof, second game. I mean, I have to go with the Diablo. I mean, like, I'm a tank main, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way I can. He set up very well, in my opinion. He did some really good setups.
Just the way the Jaina was not able to do anything in the most of the team fights, as Diablo was just always like, "Hello, Jaina, here I am, and here's the war." Whew. But also in the rest of the team, with the Hanzo, Thrall, Foster, they did a very good job, especially Foster not dying instantly against the Genji, as he took the W build. Yes, he did. So he was not dying immediately against Genji with the level 4 shield, with the static shield. Great job on this one. As we mentioned earlier, they will go up against the winner of Team Symbol Germany against Treehouse Gaming.
That'll be an interesting match. Is that being cast on this channel?
No, it was on the other channel currently.
Okay. And then the semi-finals will be played later here on this channel, right?
We see now Invader and Warlock will take over this channel. They will go with pros before heroes against, I think it was Friday Hunter. Fidri Hunter? I don't know how to spell it correctly, I'm sorry for this. But yeah, they will take over the next 2 games here, which will be the second game, and then the first semi-final, and then we see the finals, the second semi-final also here, and then the finals coming up later on today. So also keep in mind, signups are also open for EU Season 10. So yeah.
Yes, sign up your teams, join Heroes Lounge, be placed in a division and play with your team and see how you do. how you fare against other teams. It's great crack.
Any last words from you, Aaron?
I mean, thanks so much for casting with me. I enjoyed this. I won't be able to cast the other cups next weekend, unfortunately. Chances are I might be playing, and if I'm not, I'll be playing in other things, so I'll be busy. But I hope to keep an eye and support some of my favorite teams.
Yes. And also, I'm saying thank you to everyone for watching. We'll see also next week again in the Legendary and the Mythic Cup between Division 2 and 3. Is the Legendary and the Mythic Cup is only between Division 1 teams, the top teams of it. And yeah, we will see how they will work out. We will also see who will be the winner of this Rare Cup. As JustFriends, the Division 7 team I mentioned earlier, was able to go ahead over... Was Team Moon, I think, place 5 in Division 4, so JustFriends Division 5 team from the lower division coming in and just showing the dominant game, especially the second one. The first one was a lot closer, but still a very good one. So I'm gonna say again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the next game as well, as this will be brought to you by Aviator and Warlock. See you!
Bye bye!